Hello, everyone. Can you hear me all right? Yeah? Okay, great. I was trying to start with some music, but it didn't quite work out for some reason. Anyway, here we are. Lovely to see you all. And welcome to those also joining us on the live stream on YouTube. On the whole, we do this every week, same time, although the last 2 weeks was traveling. And also next week, we will take 1 week break because I'm holding a retreat in the Netherlands, which you can still join if you feel like. Just jumping to the Netherlands um, or joining online. You can join us online. So today's theme is what actually causes suffering, which is a very poignant theme, I think, for everyone. So before we get into that, and also as more people are just coming in, I love to just have a check-in moment with those of you who are here on the Zoom, uh, just to see how you are in this moment, and if you feel to write a word or two or a sentence maximum on the chat here on the Zoom, then you're very welcome. Just what the weather is like for you right now. I don't mean literally the weather, I mean the internal weather. What is going on for you right now? You can just take a moment to check in with your body or just something that might be really obvious in this moment. To just type a word or two in the chat, just so I can get a sense of who is here and what is here would be great. So that I'm not just the only one sharing here. Yeah, so I wonder if this is your name or guest. Probably not your actual name, I'm guessing. But anyway, feeling blessed and thankful. Uh, nice. Lisbeth, a little chaotic. Yeah. Margot from Amsterdam here, feeling tired but grateful. Nice. Yeah. Anyone else? Dennis, no pain today, so feeling good. Catherine, hi Unmani, I feel a bit tired and oh sorry. And on the other hand, I feel a little excited about next week. Looking forward to next week where I join you in Holland. Yay, good. Looking forward to meeting you here. Already in Holland. um, Christina, love to be here. Stefan, also a bit chaotic. Yeah, life can feel a bit chaotic sometimes, huh? For sure. Hmm. Well, if you have more to share at any point, you're welcome to type something there or even a question. Because of the format of this, there's not really so much time to respond, but who knows, maybe I'll be able to respond to something. And Jill, hello from LA. Happy to join you. Oh, welcome. All right, so yeah, let's just, oh, sorry, Pierre, hello from South Africa. Welcome. Nice. We are very international today. Wonderful. Okay, so let's just take a few moments to tune in with how we are right now, rather than just in sharing, but also quietly with ourselves. So we can just close our eyes, take a few deep breaths. And with each breath, settling more and more here now on this seat, feeling the contact with the seat or with the ground. Perhaps you feel your feet touching the ground. And then we can just take a few moments to feel into what is happening in this body, what sensations or emotions are being felt right now. Might be something really obvious, really strong sensation, or it could be something really subtle that is only noticed when we take this time to just stop and be with whatever is happening. And noticing if there are thoughts that have something to say, some commentary. And thoughts are welcome to be here. They're not the enemy. It's just that we don't have to take everything that thoughts say to be the truth. We can just see the thoughts for what they are. Just thoughts passing through, telling their story. Just like the clouds passing through the sky. And beyond all of these passing sensations, emotions, or thoughts, there is the stillness that you are always. And this stillness doesn't pass by. It doesn't come and it doesn't go. It is the background to it all. The unchanging. And then again, we can bring our attention to the breath, noticing the breath now. There's no right or wrong, just noticing it as it is. And again, the contact with the ground or the seat. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So, our theme today is what actually causes suffering. So, of course, everyone wants to be free from suffering. And usually we assume that suffering is caused by our circumstances, by people, annoying people, difficult situations or relationships with people. Our circumstances in our lives, the situation, loss or illness, big changes. If we expect life to go in a certain way and it doesn't go in the way that we'd like it to go, and if we have some emotions, and usually we see that as suffering or the cause of suffering. And of course, all of these things are very much part of being human. And often, or perhaps sometimes at least, we do experience pain in our human lives because being human does include pain. In fact, being human includes pain, joy, grief, loss, love, and everything in between. Right? But it's more about our relationship to pain than the pain itself, because the pain is just what is included in being human. And when we expect there to not be any pain or discomfort in our human lives, we will suffer just by that very expectation, even. And the stories that we tell about the pain and what it means. And usually we are referring to our thoughts and believing that the thoughts that add meaning to the experience are true. So we might believe in a personal story related to this, the experience or the sensation, the uncomfortable, painful sensation that we experience. And there might be a story around a me, a separate me. For example, why me? Why am I suffering? Why is this happening to me? And how do I get rid of it? Right? What does it mean about me? And when will it end? So we tend to become very busy with trying to fix this discomfort because we believe that it means something about me. And then because we believe that it means something about me, there is a kind of a layer of protection against feeling the discomfort. In fact, the thinking is doing a great job of protecting this human against feeling discomfort. And it's also a very natural human response to discomfort. And the way these mechanisms, the thinking mechanisms happen, is that the thinking will create a story about me and a meaning, and even the resistance and the trying to fix and the trying to change it. And all of that takes a lot of our attention. And so we focus rather on the story than the actual sensation, the felt sensation. And so we are so busy circling with these stories, believing that it's all about me or means something about me, and it's disturbing me, or it's a threat to my identity. Perhaps we have an idea of the kind of person we'd like to be, or we think we are, and the experience of pain can be a threat to that identity when perhaps the story of who we think we are is it doesn't include that experience, right? For example, if we think that we are very spiritual or awakened, and then we experience discomfort or pain or emotion, there might be a thought story that comes in saying, well, I shouldn't feel this. I should be beyond it by now. What does this mean about me? Maybe it means that I'm not there yet, right? Or I need to work on myself more. Or this means that there's a problem that I need to fix, and I need to dig deep into myself to try to find the root cause of it, to get rid of it. And we end up just circling and being very involved, self-involved. And all of this so that we don't have to feel the raw pain. And often we are suffering, we are in psychological suffering. In other words, we are believing that the story means something about me. The pain means something about me. In other words, we're believing the thought story. This is what I call psychological suffering rather than physical pain. And when we are believing that, we are somewhere in the future. We are believing ourselves to be in the future or the past, anywhere but right here, right now. And when we stop and just feel what is actually here, we may at first feel the discomfort of that. It might even be very painful. But there can also be a sense of deep relaxation and honoring what is actually here, coming back to the home that we have longed for, we've searched for, but we've searched in the wrong places, in the wrong directions. We've been looking out there to fix the circumstances or the situation, the relationships, so that we can avoid feeling the pain. Or we've been telling these stories about a me and also trying to fix this me endlessly so that we don't have to feel it. But in stopping and feeling it, it's often not as bad as we expected. And we come back to this present moment. We stop imagining and dreaming and fearing, assuming, coming to all kinds of conclusions, or anticipating what could be, or regretting what was. Instead of all of that, we just stop and meet the sensation itself. Because when we are believing the story, this seems to add this extra layer of suffering. There is the sensation, the painful sensation that might be there, but then there's this, so the tension and the anxiety that can come from believing in a story, in the story of me. And so when we stop and just feel the original sensation, that layer, that extra layer of tension and anxiety can slowly start to unwind. Which is why it's often not as bad as we expect when we actually just feel it. But when we are resisting it and we're fighting against it and we don't want to feel it, we're pushing it away, it seems so awful and unbearable. But actually, it's just simply this sensation happening presently, and actually happening for no one, without any meaning at all, because who would it mean anything about? Who are all these stories of me relating to? Who is suffering? Who is experiencing the pain? And when we see that there is in fact no one here, then these stories might play out for a while, but they're never actually referring to anyone. And so when we stop and feel the pain, or whatever is here to feel, there is more space around it because the story isn't being believed. Then the sensation can just be here. It doesn't mean anything. It can come and it can go. It can last for a while and then it can change. Maybe it can come back and then go again, but there's no one who it means anything about. So then there's no one who's even checking whether that pain is here or not. Because it's only the story of me that even cares whether there is pain or discomfort here. And I'm not saying that we love discomfort. Discomfort is uncomfortable, but it is happening when it's happening. It's just simply happening. Life includes it. Being human includes discomfort. And instead of trying or hoping to be able to control discomfort or pain, we see that actually it's just waves of energy, of sensation coming and going, passing through. None of it ever meaning anything about me or about my life or about anything. We feel it all. Nothing is pushed away or denied or dismissed. It's all felt, it's all included and welcomed. But at the same time, doesn't mean anything. This is freedom, actually. Freedom to feel it all. Freedom to see that there's no one here that any of it means anything to. No one is being disturbed by any discomfort or pain. And so when disturbing or uncomfortable situations happen, or something happens with other people, or when life doesn't go as we'd like it to go, we feel it. We feel it. And we notice the thoughts, we notice the old stories that want to protect and make it mean something. And we just notice them, and we, as soon as we can, as soon as we remember, we bring our attention to the body, and we just feel, oh yeah, that hurts. Yeah. And we can breathe. Again, feeling the contact with the ground, feeling the sensation. It's okay. It's okay that it's here. No one to protect. And then there isn't so much suffering. There might be discomfort or pain, but the psychological extra layer of suffering is not taken so seriously and meaningfully. There's less personal story, personal meaning. So then it's just a free flow of life happening in stillness that is always still, no matter what is here, no matter what sensations are felt. Joy, pain, love, loss, whatever it is, who you are is simply aware of it, noticing it, including it, knowing it all, experiencing it all just as it is. Yeah. So we have just about run out of time for today, and I'd love to hear if there are any more comments or how you are now, those of you on the Zoom. Maybe you want to share anything that came up for you in maximum one sentence in the chat, or just how you are now after that. Stefan, tension doesn't necessarily indicate repressed pain, does it? Tension is just tension. It doesn't have to mean anything, right?
Good.
Okay, thank you. Of course, we can analyze everything, and maybe it does have some relative meaning, but we also just don't have to take it so seriously. Stefan, love sounds most true to me. Yeah, well, this is the love that includes it all. Bigger love, not just the nice feeling of love. Yeah, the love that you are. Christina, more light. If feel, yeah, nice. Lisbeth, I feel much more relaxed. Great. Pierre, amazing hearing the truth again. Jill, I feel lighter, more spacious. Thank you. Great. Margot, thank you. Looking forward to seeing you at the Holland retreat. Yay, me too. Catherine, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, thank you for being here. Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone. And just a reminder that we don't have one of these Wednesday sessions next Wednesday because of the retreat. But like I said, you're welcome to join the retreat online or jump to Netherlands. We still have a couple of places, I think, in the in-person in the Netherlands, but otherwise you're welcome to join online. All the information's on my website. So yeah. Otherwise, we'll meet here at the same time in 2 weeks. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.